Tough Pope, fresh up out the kitchen, cooking up some new shoes, nigga. Needed a wardrobe, gotta keep the lights on. We hustle out of necessity.
Welcome back to another edition of From Ashy, the classy video blog. I haven't did one in forever. I'm not even gonna apologize. Honestly, I've been saying I'm gonna do more of them. I haven't been doing any more of them, but it is what it is with that. A lot of things have been going on, but I definitely on this one I want to touch on the Penn State situation with Joe Paterno. That we finally got some of the Freeh report back, and it states that basically everyone from the president, the vice president, Joe Pa, the janitor, everyone was implicit in the situation that was affecting Penn State University. Personally, I feel that NCAA has to do something about this situation. Not just because of, the amount of things that were going on with the children and things like that, which is the most heinous things going on. And basically they was letting little boys get butt raped on campus, on their facilities by a man, and people were knowledgeable that had a situation to be able to stop it. I've had a lot of people look at it and say, well, it's not a part of the institution, it's a part of, a criminal activity. But the problem is, though, it was on school grounds, and it was known by different school affiliates that he was doing these different things, though. So how is it not the school and university's fault? A lot of people, I've seen people like, oh, well, it's not Penn State's fault. You can't hurt the athletes. You can't hurt the athletes, though. What about those different programs where, oh yeah, if someone was doing drugs on the team though, or if somebody was on the team selling drugs, they will put the team on sanctions as well though. No one says that about those players from University of Miami all the way down to Florida State, Arizona State with the situation with the one brother that was skimming the games. I forgot his name. Can't remember it offhand right now. But moreover, the main thing and situation I was thinking about with this whole Penn State thing is how messed up is college athletics, where people will want to back up a school more than backing up the children that were affected by this situation. And what I mean by that is, if you go online and you hear different sports talk radio and different people still defending Joe Paterno for allowing Jerry Sandusky to violate little boys on his campus. So is that a thing of Penn State people being so proud that they won't, let that go? Joe Pa is totally in the wrong for this situation. I don't understand how anyone can sit there and try to not admonish him for what he's done. And not also admonish him, but admonish the university. Because if the top of who you are, if the president and vice president are involved in as well and knew that it was going on with Jerry Sandusky since '98, then what does it make the rest of the school look like? Really think about that. And when people say, well, the school is 32,000, 44,000 students, yes, that's true. But there is a small population that does make the whole look worse. Just like with anything else, though, you'll say, for instance, there may be some students somewhere that are doing something. They'll be like, well, that's how the University of Miami gets down, for instance, with University of Miami. And they'll say, oh, it's the university. That's how University of Miami is, though. People were saying that with the situation with the Italian guy down there, Shapiro, down in Miami, is doing this. Oh, well, that's just the culture of Miami. They like to just get money and do all these different things, though. But when people say the same thing about Joe Paterno, and the program of Penn State being involved with those different things, why is it not giving that same look at the situation? You have so many people defending, and I'm not saying, I wouldn't even say majority of people are not defending. I'm just saying this is more talking about it in general, and some people even defending the situation. I get it. It's your school, it's your university, or you have something to do with it, or you love Joe Paterno and you love what Penn State stood for. But wrong is wrong at the end of the day. And moving forward, I was thinking about even more. Should Penn State be put on the death penalty? For people that may not know what the death penalty is when it comes to college football, SMU University, Southern Methodist University, back in the early 80s, they had this thing called the Pony Express. Basically, the Pony Express was, they were paying players like such as Eric Dickerson, a lot of the players, paying them basically go to SMU and they're getting their squads going on. Also, I forgot the ESPN analyst that they never technically said he got money. He never admitted to it, but it's been speculated that he's gotten it. Can't remember his name offhand right now. It's just totally escaping me right now. His son was the one that was down at Texas Tech, causing trouble and ended up getting Mike Leach fired. If you want to look that up, the Mike Leach fire, and I forgot his father's name. I can't think of it offhand. But anyway, SMU University was paying players, paying them money to just run the ball, do whatever. They were having good squads though. University called them, said, "Hey, if y'all do it again, we're gonna do it. We're gonna terminate the program." So what they did is they did it again. Got caught paying more players. They terminated the program for 2 years. So that means they couldn't have any games, no revenue, no scholarships, no nothing. And it's basically a moratorium on the program. SMU was barely starting to recover now under the June Jones era at SMU right now. Craig James, that's the guy that thought about it. Craig James is the player, the ESPN analyst that was supposedly a part of the Pony Express, but he's never been implicated. But anyway, SMU shut down for 2 years, and it was just put on moratorium and like, hey, y'all just can't do nothing since y'all don't. It was so bad, and looking on the aspect of college football, paying these players, that we had to shut it down. Should Penn State be shut down? That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, it's got to be something to happen. I mean, you look at Ohio State, they took them on a bowl ban for getting tattoos. Miami, they're going to take scholarships away for a dude tricking off in the club and hanging out with them and everything. So what is a situation of a school that allowed a man to molest and sexually assault little boys for 14 years get? I know it's a hard question. You have a lot of legal implications and things like that, and saying that NCAA can't get involved in that because it's a criminal activity, because it didn't give Penn State a leg up or a way to look better than anyone else. And I disagree with that totally, actually. I agree. I think that it did give Penn State a validity of having competitive advantage. The reason so, because Penn State was able to say we were this holier than thou university and program, and pitch that to players and their families when they go on there and recruit. Hey, it's Joe Paterno. Your son's going to be okay. We're the epitome of what college football and being a scholastic athlete is. That's what Penn State was selling. So if Jerry Sandusky comes out and they put it under the table, therefore, though, that's helping their brand of what they're pushing out, because that's what Penn State pushes. That's what Joe Paterno pushed. That's what Penn State pushed, and that's what it was. So therefore, how is it not a competitive advantage if you're using the aspect that your school is so clean to go recruit players? I don't understand that. So with that being said, I don't know if it necessarily be the death penalty. Personally, I would want to be the death penalty. That's just me personally. But if I want to be between my personal opinion and what's maybe within a legal standpoint, they got to be shut down bowl-wise for at least 4 to 5 years. Some scholarships stripped from the situation. And if those players on Penn State want to transfer to another university, at that time, if they're a junior or a senior, I think that's how it was at USC, they should be able to do that. Totally should be able to do that. And my last thoughts on this situation are Joe Paterno's family. I get it with his son J. Paul defending his father, and the family defending him to the grave, because Lord knows what would happen if it was one of like my uncle or someone that was like a father figure to me that maybe went down in a bad situation like this. But at the end of the day, I personally haven't. Maybe it's somewhere else. Maybe I haven't researched it significantly enough. But I have yet to see a person from the Joe Paterno family or Jay Paterno, anyone from that family, really say we are sorry on the behalf of the Joe Paterno for what happened. They're constantly, every time I see them on ESPN or see them in an article, they're defending Joe Paterno instead of saying, hey, we're sorry for these kids. Maybe we set up a program or something like that to help them, or hey, we need to do something to help out those kids that were victimized by our father not, doing the right things to get that situation and that man out of that program and out of their situation and their campus and facilities. So that's one of the things. But I get it from them defending their dad, because that's their dad, man. So some people need to get off of them a little bit with that. But I do wish I would see a little bit more compassion and restraint from the Paterno family as well. My closing thoughts on this is basically Jerry Sandusky taught us a lot about college football more than anything. The reason why that is because Joe Paterno was the epitome of what a man and a coach was supposed to be on a collegiate level, as a not just college football, not just college. I'm talking about America. If before this Jerry Sandusky thing happened, though, and you probably said who was the best top 10 men of all time in the last 50 years, it would probably be some. Maybe he wouldn't be in the top 10, but he would get like a also receiving votes section. He'd be right there. Somebody would have voted for him, and it would have been okay because that was the way that he was portrayed and he was looked at. Yeah, the man was seen out the last couple of years of his tenure, but he did do a lot of the good things. But there's some choices that you make, though, that you cannot recover from, and it actually shows your test of a man. They always say the test of a man is being able to shown when in the face of adversity. It's easy to say, yeah, we doing all the good things, though, and these little things happen. But when something strong like that happens right in front of you, and you don't do anything about it, therefore that shows your test of a man. So therefore that shows more of who you are as a man at the end of the day. And yeah, he did a lot of great things, though, but in the face of adversity, this is what he's going to be known for. And definitely it's going to be another edition From Ashy Classy video blog. I'm going to try to get some more. I know y'all probably get, I'm lying. It's halfway and I'm serious halfway. I'm going to come with some more and some more hot topics and some more good opinions. But as well, keep checking out the website, ashy2classy.net, and also the podcast, Straight Outta Locast, straightolc.podbeam.com. And I might have all the info down below and all in the graphics and all the good stuff. But definitely let me know with your comments, your questions, and everything as well. And definitely see y'all again on the side.
Yeah, it's Tough Poe. Fresh up out the kitchen. Cooking up some new shoes, nigga. Needed a wardrobe. Gotta keep